Going from being a doormat to being a man with self-respect. Getting lean changes your mindset. It gives you a king mentality. So what do I mean by that? What's up, guys? My name's Kelechi, and you can call me Coach K. All right, so first things first, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this video. So if you're someone who's easily offended, you probably wanna just click off right now because this is not gonna be the video for you. So if you have clicked on this video, chances are you're fat, you're overweight, maybe you're someone with muscle who needs to cut down and drop some body fat, but more likely than not, you are not proud of your physique and you wanna do something about it. Look, this video is not about how to get lean. It's about what's gonna happen once you do become lean and what you can expect. So when I talk about a king mentality, the thing is that in order to go from being fat to getting lean, having that chiseled look with a V-taper, certain things have to happen, right? You have to lock in with your diet. You have to be consistent. The entire process of going from fat to lean requires discipline, a certain level of focus, and it requires you to have the ability to say no. So when I'm talking about a king mentality, a king mindset, what is that? It's a mindset where basically you don't take BS. You have to look at the steps that you took to get lean. Probably you were tired of the way people were looking at you. Maybe you were tired of the way people were treating you. Or maybe you hit rock bottom in your life and you just said, you know what? I'm gonna build myself up. I'm gonna take control. You go from taking BS to taking control. That's a major flip in your personality. It's going from being a doormat to being a man with self-respect. And people can sense the energy. When you interact with people and they know that you're not someone to take everything lying down, they change the way they behave towards you. Another thing that you have to do to get lean is you have to get rid of what's not serving you, right? You start cutting away everything that is not taking you to get where you want to be. It starts off with cutting out junk food. Maybe you cut out mindless scrolling. You start cutting stuff out and you start replacing it with things that are aligned with where you want to go in life, right? It starts off with the little things and then you start looking around and you start thinking, hold on, why am I associating with people that are only looking to drag me down? Why am I associating with people that just want to steal your time? Why are you going to a job where they couldn't care less about you? You haven't had a promotion in 5 years, and yet you see all these new people rising up and they're treating you like trash, and you're the one doing all the hard work. You start cutting off things that don't serve you, and that allows and gives space for things that will serve you and are aligned with what you want to fill up the space. And that's going to help propel you towards your goal. Again, that's a king mindset. Get rid of what's useless and replace it with what's useful. Which brings me to my next point, which is you get more efficient with your time. You see, we only have 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter who you are, rich or poor, big or small, old or young. We have the same amount of time in a day, and time is the most valuable resource in life. That's what life is made up of. And when you are getting rid of what doesn't serve you, when you are respecting yourself more, what tends to happen is that you become more efficient with your time, meaning you get more out of life. The things that you do choose to participate in, you get more out of that. So your life begins to expand, right? You start moving towards that abundance mindset. You see, but there's many personality traits that you acquire when you do decide to get lean and when you do get lean, because your focus shifts. Because in order for you to stay consistent on your journey, you have to be able to go from focusing on, oh my goodness, I look in the mirror now, I don't see a six pack yet, right? Focusing on outcome, getting fed up over outcome, versus you focusing on the input. Instead of focusing on what you look like today, you start focusing on what am I doing today? You start focusing on taking action instead of looking for validation, right? You focus on your inputs. You focus on, I'm gonna get up and do something that serves me. I'm gonna get up and cut out what's useless. I'm gonna get up and I'm not taking any BS. Anything that doesn't need to be around me is getting removed. Everything that is for me, I'm taking it. And that's the mindset that you have to have, not just in fitness, but in life. That's why getting lean transforms lives, because it's building character. You are developing new traits that will lead you to make the right decisions that will benefit your life and will benefit your future and will keep on serving you as you move throughout your life. You see, because there's a thing called cognitive dissonance, right? If I'm behaving in a certain way again and again, anything that contradicts that behavior is going to make red flags pop up, which will make you more aware of your situation and will allow you to make the right decisions. What do I mean by that? If every single day you're getting up, you're focused on your fitness, You had the right breakfast. You did your steady state cardio in the morning. You planned out what meals you're going to have for the rest of the day. And then someone comes over and says, "Hey, you want a donut?" You see how that goes against everything that you've done. That day you got up, you were focused on what can get me closer to my fitness goal. And then someone's just come to you with something that will take you away from your fitness goal. Again, red flags will pop up. Hold on, that's not the direction that I'm moving in. And immediately you'll refuse that. You'll say, "No, thank you, that's not for me." Because you're already moving in a certain direction. But if you'd got up and you hadn't done anything and that person came over and said, "Do you want a donut?" You might have said yes. Right? That's why getting lean is so important, because you begin to develop an identity. You start thinking to yourself, "I'm a man who does this. I'm a man who sticks to what I believe in. I'm a man that's focused and on a mission." And then anything that goes against that mission, anything that tries to take that focus away from you, gets discarded. Because remember, you get rid of what's useless. Getting lean changes lives, transforms lives, and it happens for a reason. It gives you the ability to say no to things that don't serve you. And that is the most powerful thing that you can have as a man in life. It's the ability to say no. So if you want to improve your life, you don't like the way things are going, you don't like how people are treating you, you don't like your current situation physically, you don't like your current situation financially, the best thing you can do is get in shape. That's going to give you the traits that you need to transform your life. That way you can start living life the way life is meant to be lived. On top with you dominating, period. If you want to get lean and you don't know how, what you need to do is to reach out for one-on-one coaching. Nothing in this life is for free. No one's going to help you for nothing. That's the way life is as a man. If you want to change, you need to put forth effort, you need skin in the game, and you need to get around people who can show you the way so you can get there faster and you can get the life that you want ASAP. So if that's you, you're tired of the way your life is and you know it needs fixing, reach out to us on WhatsApp, check the links on the channel, and we'll get you right so you can turn your life around and be the man and live like the man you're supposed to be. I hope this helps. To anyone who's watching this, take control of your life. Until next time, peace.